Imagine you're driving a car at 60 miles per hour and suddenly you hit a brick wall. Now, imagine that same scenario, but the car is our entire planet. We never feel it, but Earth is spinning right now at over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. But what if it just stopped? What if the world stood perfectly still in an instant? The first thing you would notice isn't the silence, but the sudden, violent force of inertia. You see, while the Earth might have stopped, everything on its surface is still moving at the speed of the rotation. This means people, buildings, trees, and even the soil itself would be launched sideways at over 1,000 miles per hour. It would be like being in a car crash at supersonic speeds. Nothing bolted to the bedrock would survive the initial jolt. Even the strongest skyscrapers would be snapped like toothpicks and hurled toward the horizon. In a fraction of a second, the world as we know it would simply be swept away. But is there anything that could survive such a catastrophic movement? It is hard to imagine, but the ground beneath us would be the only thing staying put while everything else becomes a high-speed projectile. If the flying debris doesn't get you, the air certainly will. Our atmosphere is a fluid layer that rotates right along with the planet. When the solid Earth stops, the air keeps moving with all that pent-up momentum. The result? Supersonic winds that would make the strongest hurricanes look like a gentle summer breeze. We are talking about wind speeds of over 1,000 miles per hour. These winds would be powerful enough to scour the very surface of the Earth, eroding mountains and vaporizing forests. They would trigger massive firestorms as friction heats the air to incredible temperatures. It would be a global wall of wind traveling faster than the speed of sound, leveling everything in its path. And yet, the atmosphere is only part of the problem. What about the oceans that cover 70% of our world? Right now, Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It is actually a bit fat around the middle. This equatorial bulge is caused by the planet's spin, which pushes water and rock outward. If the spinning stops, the centrifugal force disappears and gravity takes over. The massive volume of water at the equator would begin a slow, inevitable crawl toward the north and south poles. This wouldn't be a normal tide. It would be a planetary reconfiguration. The oceans would eventually settle into two massive polar seas, leaving a single giant continent wrapping around the center of the globe. Places like Brazil, Indonesia, and Central Africa would become high-altitude plateaus, while Northern Europe and Canada would disappear under miles of water. The map of our world would be unrecognizable. But how would life survive on this new silent Earth? Without its rotation, Earth would no longer have 24-hour days. Instead, one side would face the sun for 6 months at a time, while the other side sat in total, freezing darkness. The daytime side would become a scorched wasteland, with temperatures high enough to boil water, while the dark side would turn into a frozen desert. But there is a deeper danger hidden within the planet's core. The spin of our liquid iron core creates Earth's magnetic field, our shield against deadly solar radiation. If the rotation stops, the shield fails. The sun's solar winds would slowly strip away our remaining atmosphere, leaving the surface exposed to the vacuum of space. It's a terrifying thought. But could humans ever adapt to such a radical change? Or would the loss of our magnetic heartbeat be the final chapter for life? It is amazing to think that a simple spin is what keeps our world balanced and habitable. From the air we breathe to the ground beneath our feet, everything depends on that constant motion. If you enjoyed this journey into the what-ifs of science, make sure to subscribe to Wonder Why. Thanks for watching and stay curious.